Yes, as you know, from the beginning of the history of my church, we had been doing mission work coupled with diaconical work. This was in the area of medical work and also in schools and also evangelization. But with regard to diaconia, it was very much limited on medical work, but also work with people with leprosy, and therefore, and also in the church, looking after people in need, in different needs. But this was always done in a kind of a practical way, without a reflection, a deep reflection on the grounding of it, the theological grounding of it, and also the expertise needed to do the work. And that is why we approached UEM to help us have somebody who could participate in the master program so that we can really systematize our work and professionalize the work we were already doing, just using our sense, our common sense.
What the churches need is support for diaconic management, how to organize diaconia, how to manage it. One of the church leaders even said, don't worry about the theology of diaconia, we have it, that we know, we have it in our hearts, but the management, that is what we need. When we had taken that decision, we thought how can we shape a master course as international as possible, as internationally relevant as possible. Then we thought of, okay, let's look for partner universities. We found partner universities with whom we are cooperating already in UEM. That is the Silliman University in Dumaguete in the Philippines, Stellenbosch University in South Africa, and Sebastian Kolora Memorial University in Tanzania. When it was clear that we would have this circle of universities, we thought, okay, now we have to think of the students. Let's form an international student group, students from all these 3 continents. And then let's be consequently and straight international as much as we can, and let the students in the course travel. Start in Germany, let them go to South Africa, to the Philippines, to Tanzania, and end again in Germany. This was a decision in which we wanted to implement the utmost that we could get of internationality. An international students group, international mixed lecturers in all these universities, and a group that travels, international changing contexts, as much diversity and internationality as we could get.
Our students do not only come from different nations and cultures, but they also bring in different professions. We have theologians, of course, we have social pedagogues, but we also have economists or political scientists. That means we have a whole range of competences being brought into the program. That is mirrored by the lecturers we have. We have lecturers from the field of economics, of management, we have lecturers from theology and diaconia, and they come from the universities we visit. For example, in Stellenbosch we have the director of the School of Public Leadership. We have 3 lecturers from the business school, and we also have many theologians from the Faculty of Theology. That brings in competences interdisciplinary in academia, but also in other places like at Silliman University in the Philippines, in Tanzania, in Germany, we have directors from diaconic organizations. They bring in their practical knowledge about how to lead organizations, as well as a sound academic knowledge. They also, of course, a doctorate.
In the 1.5 years of study, all students go to all universities in 5 different sections, taking place in South Africa, the Philippines, and in Tanzania, as well as in Germany. And all the section includes 1 week of field research to link the theory with the practice. And in this week of field research, the students experience different kinds of diaconic work and organizations and have to reflect and analyze what they see. In between the 5 sections, the students are busy to reflect what they heard in the last section and to prepare themselves for the next section or to write some thesis. So finally, it's a hard job for these 2 years to finalize these studies. But finally, they get a Master of Arts degree with 120 credit points from the Protestant University of Bethel Wuppertal and the Institute for Diaconic Management.
We have a mantra in management, and that is the famous St. Gallen management model. It teaches that companies are a productive social system. We teach about different forms of theology, whether in Africa, Asia or Germany. For example, in South Africa we teach about public theology, the public role of theology, or in Silliman University in the Philippines we talk about theology of struggle. So we see there are different forms of theology. We talk about economics, microeconomics, macroeconomics, but of course we explain in South Africa, in Tanzania and in Germany, economics is different. It's not the same all over the world. We talk about the ethics of management. We talk about the good life. We talk about justice. We talk about the regional contexts and challenges people can bring in. And finally, we talk about the public role of churches, and we want to enable our students that they learn about the role Diaconia and the churches can play both on the level of how to raise a public voice as well as have their organizations well managed.
So that as Christ came and promised that life, people will have life in His fullness. It is only when the church delivers on its diaconical work effectively that the work will be complete. That is why this course is so important for those of us in the developing world, for church leaders in the developing world, for social workers in the developing world, so that the church can effectively do its mission work. Knowledge in economics, knowledge in management, the theory of diaconical work, they all go to empower the church leadership.
We often experience that if you talk about management to church people, they believe it's the guys like us with ties and coming here and following their self-interest. No. What we want to convey to people is that management can be responsible, can be value-oriented, but management is about doing things and not only talking about things. And for having relevant, effective, convincing, inviting structures of how we as churches are engaged in the world, it needs good management. It's not the elbow management, but it's good, structural, responsible management. And that we try to teach. A positive notion of management.
And one very important point I want to make is the way this course is organized. It's not just a course where students are brought to the classroom, they receive theoretical lectures, and then they go back home. The field research, the field work that they do, even in the German context, even in their own local context, to complement the rich knowledge that they gain from the professors and lecturers. It's another different way compared to other universities where the students just go, they come out with their degrees but with no practical experience in their fieldwork. This is one added value for this kind of master's degree course.
But there is a student who is now doing a PhD with us who came here and said, I hate economics. And then she started studying, and now she's telling a story close to a businessman in a plane to Hong Kong, and they were starting to discuss, and then in the end the businessman said, you are from the church? You talk like an economist.
My name is Javason Mrema. I come from Tanzania.
I'm Juliet from the United Church of Christ in the Philippines.
I am Jackson Lugayana from Tanzania.
I'm Viaten Harindwa from Rwanda.
I first of all want to introduce myself as I'm Viaten Harindwa, and I am International Diaconic Management Master's Program.
Hello, I'm Faraja from Tanzania.
Hello, I am Yusuf Tarigan. I come from Indonesia.
Hello, my name is Claudette Williams. I am from South Africa.
My name is Ekumengange Adolphe Parfait Mathieu. I come from Cameroon.
Okay, hello, I am Aman Purba from Indonesia.
Hello, I am Asiri Pereira. I come from Sri Lanka.
Hello, I'm Napoleo Safari Bakulage from DRC Congo.
Hello. My name is Lily. I'm from Indonesia.
Hello, I'm Kenneth Koo from Hong Kong.
Hello, I'm David Sihite. I'm from Jakarta Theological Seminary, Indonesia. I'm working in my seminary and also in my social organization in Jakarta. Also to empowerment the poor people in Jakarta. Yeah, the motivation is, the best motivation is how I can improve my knowledge about management and leadership to implementation this knowledge in my home country in Indonesia. Especially poverty is big issue in my country. Yeah, the best challenges is, one is I'm the youngest in this course, and I have many father, grandpa, and sister, and it makes me happy. And I think this family for me, and I have many input idea from there.
I'm Shai from China, and I work in a faith-based NGO as a project coordinator in the Church and Social Service Department. This course is very unique because it has the link between the economy and theology, which means that it also brings certain concept to the management. It also have leadership inside. So it's all the elements that are most relevant to each other, but however, it managed to bring it together. So it's very interesting. I want to find out. After I go back, I will think about to conduct trainings for those church leaders and all whoever involved in the diaconic ministries, so bring them awareness in this field.
Hello, I'm Godwin Amponi. I come from Ghana and a pastor in the Evangelical Presbyterian Church. I work as a development worker and also as a pastor in the congregation. I want to see my leadership quality increased. I want to see the ability to manage projects and programs and to be more efficient in a more professional way in the achievement of my task in the office.
The International Master's course in Diaconic Management is necessary
it's life-changing and it's challenging. It has been 2 years of hard work, of learning new concepts, and of experiencing different places and people. I have been blessed and privileged to be a part of it, because I believe my identity is affirmed and has been developed throughout this course. And I know now who I am and where I can make a difference in my church and in my country. Personal and organizational values have become important to me. By participating in this course, I've learned and I've been convinced that integration is necessary for our churches and our diaconic institutions. It is necessary because through integration of economics and management and theology and ethics, we can find more relevant ways in developing our churches, in finding ways to respond to poverty in my country, for example, and how we can change our churches, becoming more relevant to our people and finding ways to help our people to become self-reliant. By participating in this course, it has enabled me to continue my education, to extend my education and to follow the doctorate course in Diaconic Management. The theme of my doctoral thesis is the economic policies within Namibia relating to poverty eradication. That is finding normative ways in responding towards the poverty in my country and finding new ways in order to become relevant towards our people.
I am Pastor Agustinus. I am chairperson of Batak Karo Protestant Church, or GBKP, since 2015. Before my position in our church as chairperson of Diaconia, and I was graduated from International Diaconic Management in Bethel. That is a UEM program. I am very lucky because I have learned about management of diaconia. That is very helpful to our church. After graduated, we tried to implement it. All of material from Diaconic Management International. For example, before I start to study 2010, the mountain Sinabung is erupted. And after I'm finished study, erupted again. And I am very, very lucky to helpful to manage diacony in our church.
So it was very much different when we compare it before he go to the course. More efficient and more for the futuristic how to plan, and also he can also very good with the other people to communication with the people.